right as the Superman review embargo was lifting yesterday, and everybody spent all day talking about that movie instead of Marvel stuff. So Marvel dropped a whole bunch of clips, trailers, and maybe this leak too, just to try and pull some attention from all the Superman hype that's going on right now. Looking at you, Marvel, we know that that's a real thing. They've actually been doing this, dropping leaks on purpose to drive hype since before Avengers Infinity War. Based on what's happening in this scene, it looks like it's the rest of what happens in the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, like what happens right after that, when the Thunderbolts, who have become the new Avengers, and the other major teams in the MCU all meet the Fantastic Four, and they start dealing with the threat of the Incursions and Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, and maybe eventually meet the X-Men, because it seems like this is happening a little bit earlier in the movie, before they've met the X-Men characters. So we'll break it all down. There are a couple of hidden details and a couple of hidden characters in this scene too if you zoom in and enhance. So hopefully the person that actually took this picture was not assassinated by Kevin Feige's Marvel snipers, and it really was them doing this on purpose. A lot of the Tom Holland, Spoiler Bros, Mark Ruffalo stuff is actually on purpose now. So if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. I am sure there's going to be a lot more of this coming this year and next year as they film Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars back to back. But based on what's going on, it looks like Evan Moss-Bachrach in his Ben Grimm Thing motion capture suit meeting with the Thunderbolts version of the new Avengers. Notice John Walker, US agent, is wearing his exact same suit and beret that he was wearing in the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, and he's getting all curious, pushing all the buttons on their console. Like, do not press buttons. You just imagine the thing turning it and telling him to stop pressing stuff. He was actually doing that during the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, just pushing buttons inside the new Avengers tower that Val had redesigned after naming them the new Avengers. Like, he's obsessed with buttons now. Ben Grimm is also looking right at Falcon, who's wearing his newer Falcon suit that he got at the end of Captain America Brave New World, or he was about to get, meaning that Sam Wilson's other competing new Avengers team is also here, because that was the whole big twist of the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, is that Sam Wilson was filing a trademark copyright suit against them because he didn't want them using the new Avengers name.
You know he's filed for copyright of the name?
Did he? Here's where we get to some of the hidden details and characters. So zoom and enhance in the bottom right corner of the frame here. The foot you see looks like Shuri's Black Panther suit, meaning that the Wakandans in Shuri are also here. And Shuri, as we all assume she would be, is still Black Panther when Avengers Doomsday picks up. Based on that Thunderbolts post-credit scene, only about 14 months has gone by. Like, it hasn't been that long. And it seems like the MCU heroes, when all the different groups inside the MCU at the beginning of the movie split into different teams dealing with different threats, this team just happens to use the Fantastic Four ship to get around, like their base of operations, the same way that one of the teams in Avengers Endgame used the Guardians of the Galaxy ship to kill the older Thanos who had snapped the Infinity Gauntlet. The reason why I think this is the Fantastic Four ship is you just notice the retro-futuristic 1960s design of that curving console in front of the windows here, the old-timey looking layout of the monitors and the physical tactile button that John Walker is obsessed with. We haven't actually seen every single part of the Fantastic Four ship. We've only seen a couple views of it, mostly just the cockpit. Like, there was a brand new trailer that released where you actually see a front-facing view of the actual cockpit itself, where Ben Grimm was piloting the controls. This is like right after Sue Storm has given birth to Franklin Richards. I know there's tons of questions about the 3 fins versus the 4 fins. Like, why does the Fantastic Four ship look a little bit different during the Fantastic Four trailers in the Thunderbolts post-credit scene? Based on the way that Marvel works on stuff behind the scenes, I think that's just like a minor visual error, but it's always possible that they have some way of explaining that at the end of the Fantastic Four movie or the beginning of Avengers Doomsday. But essentially, it's meant to be the Fantastic Four's ship from the end of the Fantastic Four movie at the beginning of that Thunderbolts post-credit scene. Like, it is their ship. They're on that ship. It's a really big ship, so my assumption is that the Russo brothers, who are the ones that are actually filming this Fantastic Four scene right here from Doomsday, are just showing a different part of the ship. Fun fact too, Florence Pugh also revealed that the Russo brothers were the ones who actually filmed the Thunderbolts post-credit scene because it was meant to take place at the very beginning of Avengers Doomsday, that 14-month time jump after the main part of the movie.
Mine and my husband's favorite food, chicken wings. That's the only thing that I requested from my parents for the dinner, to pause and breathe and realize that, yeah, that's my husband. I'm gonna marry my best friend.
Dance with me, okay, okay.
For 70 years, every single day, Disneyland has honored veterans with an American tradition.
It's the most beautiful country in the world. Disney is dedicated to the ideals and the dreams that have created America.
This is where heroes are. This is where veterans are celebrated.
Thank you all. I'm delighted to be here for this happy occasion.
This is Disney.
And the Sooners are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
The way I took that in the theater was it was their version of the Thor Ragnarok post-credit scene where Thanos has shown up to take the Space Stone from Loki and kill the Asgardians, but it cuts to black before you actually see Thanos himself walk out on screen and board the Asgardian ship. It is left that for Avengers Infinity War, but they cut over it till after Thanos had already killed half of the Asgardians. So it might be a similar situation at the beginning of Avengers Doomsday, where they don't show the Thunderbolts characters, those versions of the new Avengers, rushing up to the Fantastic Four spaceship, and then coming out of the ship, and then meeting each other. They might just put
Big bod is that.
in the middle of that first meeting, like, who the hell are you? What's going on? Where did you come from? Why are you from another universe? And Reed Richards starts explaining what's going on, and they start dealing with the threat of the incursions. Like, they explain what happened to their universe, Galactus, Franklin Richards, their baby, and why they're showing up in the MCU all of a
I
sudden.
smacked his ass.
Zooming
Bang!
in on the actual console here in the monitors, the picture isn't quite high quality enough to see exactly what's happening on these monitors that John Walker is keeping, but they look kind of like waveforms just monitoring nearby space-time. Maybe they're just readouts of the actual incursions, like the tears in space as universes are colliding with each other, because that's the real big threat next to actual Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom, going around killing everybody in different universes. We're supposed to visit a couple different universes during Avengers Doomsday, particularly the X-Men's universe. The whole thing with the incursions, those are the space anomalies that Yelena was talking about during the Thunderbolts post-credits that were getting worse. The crisis in space. The only thing we don't get from this picture, though, is where the X-Men are when this is happening, and if they've already met them or learned about their existence. John Walker getting all curious with the buttons, just pressing random stuff, makes it seem like this happens relatively early in the movie, before the X-Men have come to the MCU from their universe. We've actually seen a lot of X-Men footage from Avengers Doomsday. Most of the X-Men scenes, it seems like they've been filming, also seem like they're from the beginning of the movie, with Dr. Doom coming to kill them at the X-Men in their separate universe. Like there's this giant wreckage of what looks like a Sentinel, which looks just like the classic comic book.
You can't get shit either.
90s Sentinels. You just saw them during X-Men 97 too.
Remember,
Everybody playing the theme song in your head while you're thinking about this. So there's just a big battle that goes on at the X-Mansion. I already talked about it in a couple other videos, but just in general, it just seems like this is going to go on for a while, like a big part of the movie. Then at some point, the X-Men that survive that will make it to the MCU. But it looks like a whole bunch of X-Men stuff is going on right now. There was a longer clip that posted a while ago. Somebody actually got some footage of what looks like some huge battle damage happening, and it's believed this is taking place in the X-Men universe near the X-Mansion. So at least it seems like they're working on a lot of X-Men focused stuff right now, because one of the other first big reveals is James Marsden's Cyclops talking to Wong. So a lot of big questions about what's going on during this scene they're working on here. What is Wong doing with the X-Men? There are a couple of reasons they could be together. Wong could be in the X-Men universe if they're filming X-Men related big action scenes, or this could be after the X-Men have come into the MCU, like after an incursion or some event has caused them to collide into the MCU. Because the way that Kevin Feige builds a movie is that you have about 5 separate teams, and most of the teams are all getting together to fight against Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. He is meant to be the actual main villain of the movie, but the way that he enters the film, he thinks that he's saving the multiverse. Like, he thinks of himself as the hero, technically, of Avengers Doom. It's Robert Downey Jr.'s chair behind the scenes for Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom scenes, and it's inside the X-Mansion. If you can't zoom in against the background here, this wood paneling on the side is for the X-Mansion. Meaning that they're starting out filming Doctor Doom fighting the original X-Men characters in whatever scenes they're doing here. Makes sense because all the external scenes that they've already been doing, like for the special effects, the visual effects shots, all the early footage we've seen so far is outside the X-Mansion around the grounds of the school, destroyed by some kind of space shuttle, all kinds of explosions, craters everywhere. It looks like there's been a major attack, which now is confirmed is Doctor Doom's doing and the incursions altogether, because it sounds like the original X-Men team here, their universe is destroyed by an incursion, and it's Doctor Doom's doing. There are actually 3 main ways that they've set up in previous Marvel movies that the X-Men characters could wind up eventually coming to the MCU at some point in the movie. There's the TVA, that's like the easiest way to explain it. They can cross universes and timelines. There's American Chavez, whose ability allows her to cross universes at will, just naturally with her biological powers. And there's also Reed Richards, who show that they can cross universes using his technology. We will see how they wind up explaining that. Are they rescued from their universe because of an incursion, or does an incursion actually happen with the main MCU? Because all of those different things, with the exception of the TVA, happen during the time runs out storylines that they're adapting for this Avengers Doomsday movie. So because there's still a lot of questions about what's going on here, if there's any other Easter eggs or references you think you spotted in some of these first looks that I didn't talk about in the video, just write them below in the comments. And I'll just continue to do more Avengers Doomsday videos as we get more first looks from the movie. Still pretty early days. There's still got a lot left to film on the movie. Apparently, they haven't even finished breaking the 3rd act of the film yet. Really hoping they figure that out before it's actually time to film it. Not to be forgotten, Marvel's also doing Spider-Man Brand New Day later this year, so don't be surprised if actual spoiler brothers start dropping some stuff like this from behind the scenes. The other real big thing going on this week is Superman is hitting theaters. I've already posted my review video for that, so I'll post a link at the end of this. But my post-credit scene and my full breakdown Easter eggs videos will all start posting Thursday and Friday, so be sure to go see that movie as soon as possible. Everybody click here for my Superman review, and click here for my post-credit scene video. I'll get the link as soon as I post that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's a Tom. Right, Tom.
Tom.
Tam. How have we got to town?
Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Rolling in the mud? Tide Pods can handle it. Any night? Tide Pods can handle it. Stains are certain. So is the power of time. With 50% more clean power. It's got to be time.
How about this defense in this game so far already? They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely...
The Heat got to him, and he was so close, he got tackled again for a safety.
The defense could smell blood and water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football.
Come on, let's do a dynasty, B. Get in Discord. Oh, you already in that bitch. You probably text me and all. I'm high as shit, nigga. You just smoking. Yeah, let's make a dynasty. Am I doing the right defense, B? I'm about to go to the gym in an hour, though, yeah. I'll be right back, though. Bet. I'm about to go to the gym at 7:30. I'll be back around like 8, 9. 8:39. Am I doing the right defense?
Been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side. Executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the being in position and making sure that thing fell in.
You just bust my.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I gotta win right now. I gotta get inside of that guy, and I know I'm gonna get contact. You know, I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna get hit.
Run, man, blitz. Okay. Oh my God, I'm getting bullied.
Getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up. Defense has to be ready.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
On his ass. Yeah. What up, nigga?
What up, nigga? What y'all playing college football?
Yeah. B finna go to the gym. I'm about to leave to the gym in an hour.
Alright.
You ain't no shit, though.
I just woke up.
Trying to go to the gym?
Look, we can. Which you wanna go? Which one you wanna go to?
You wanna go to the YALL or your gym?
No, we can go to the Y. I don't got no membership, but let's go to my. You can go to my gym if you want to.
Come on, we go to your
My
gym.
shit should be low. My shit goes at.
It's perfect. I'm gonna leave at 7:15 to come get you, or I'll ride with you. Don't matter. Whatever you wanna do.
Your car.
Nothing. Just I ain't got no radio, and I'm finna get a new car. Why you don't?
Get a new car.
I gotta get a new one, and cause that car
So
finna.
why are you getting a new car?
Cause my car is what's the name? Like I have to. I gotta build my credit. I gotta build my credit with it in
You can build your car with different ways, bro.
nigga.
You ready to?
I have to.
You ready to pay a turn up?
Yes, I'm making enough month, but
I know, but I'm saying that shit just. Oh my God, this nigga went to New Orleans.
who?
Cause I'm loaded.
He been with the early.
We just signed.
Yeah, he just
I'm
got
actually
signed.
proud of him for that, bro.
Huh?
That's big. That's big for him.
Wait.
Like that honestly shows that he really is an ass.
Oh my fucking God! I just got burnt. I just got fucking burnt. He said that we wear no dookies to the gym. I'm over here trying to look at the chat. I just got burnt. Yeah, with the dookie balls, nigga.
Would you please stop parking on my lawn? Dude, Royal Kingdom Spring Pumpkin that just came out, and guess
Yes,
what?
I am.
No ads.
Step on the nigga. Step on the nigga head.
Insane, right? Don't worry, already downloaded it for you. Wait, how? How'd you get my phone? I also have keys and your wallet. Took a 20. Okay. How'd you get my phone? I don't actually know. I feel like you left it last time you were over. Don't worry about it. I have people.
Hey, I'm running, man. Blitz.
Eric? What else do you have?
You said take my ass. Alright, but I end the stream right now. I can't go to the gym right now. I was gonna go with mom's, but she ain't on shit.
Now I'm thinking about you, David.
Who ain't no shit?
Mom's.